A peace deal has been reached. As Trump says, the deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. And as a part of this deal, the Strait of Hormuz is now open. After which we see oil prices tanking today, and of course, rightly so, because now that the Strait of Hormuz is open, uh, there is safe passage for ships and tankers to move through. Plus, we see a bit of weakness in the dollar because of that safe haven flow that was going to the dollar because of this war, and the dollar was getting a premium because of this war, is now over because we see a deal coming into the picture. But I think the more important question still remains, can we trust this deal and can we trust Trump this time around? So I think nobody really can answer this question right now, and we're just seeing things as they are developing. But let's see and understand what we can do about this from a market perspective, and what we can do and how we can position ourselves in the financial markets. So let's move on to the video and let's get into the video. Before we get into this video, I would just like to give a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice, and I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions here as to what I am doing with my trading account. Please consult your own financial advisor before making financial decisions. So सबसे पहले हम देख पा रहे हैं कि ऑयल इज कम्प्लीटली क्रेटरिंग टुडे टुवर्ड्स द डाउन साइड, एंड ये जो इम्पोर्टेंट लेवल ऑफ सपोर्ट था अराउंड $86 to $85, हम इसके भी नीचे आ चुके हैं. प्लस वी आर नाउ बिलो द 100-day मूविंग एवरेज. सो या द प्राइस एक्शन लुक्स वेरी बेरिश, एंड ऑफ कोर्स इसका रीज़न जो हमारी पीस डील हुई है बिटवीन द यूएस एंड ईरान वही है. एंड हम देख पा रहे हैं कि जो नेक्स्ट लेवल ऑफ सपोर्ट है दैट इज सीमिंगली अराउंड $76, एंड दिस इज एक्चुअली बिन अ वेरी रैपिड मूव बिकॉज आई वाज नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग कि हम इतनी जल्दी वापस नीचे आ जाएंगे अगर डील भी होगी तो, बिकॉज माई अंडरस्टैंडिंग वाज दैट अ लॉट ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हैज़ बिन डैमेज्ड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वॉर, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द सप्लाई वुड स्टिल बी कंस्ट्रेन्ड, और या फिर सप्लाई में स्टिल time लगेगा for it to return to normal conditions. But oil is reacting very negatively to this peace deal because Strait of Hormuz खुल चुका है and everything seems to be normal now according to this chart. But I think we see some support around this 73 level. This level of support I think could hold for some time, and then probably we range bound or decide where to go from there next. But yeah, we are heading lower in oil, and this is actually a very good thing for the stock market because agar inflation kam hoga, now inflation was entirely because of oil being at elevated prices. But now that oil हमारा नीचे जा रहा है, इसलिए हम देख पा रहे हैं कि आई थिंक विद टाइम जो हमें आगे वाली सीपीआई रिपोर्ट्स मिलेंगी इन अ मंथ और टू, उसके अंदर वी विल डेफिनेटली सी दिस ट्रेंड फॉलोइंग, एंड वील सी कि इन्फ्लेशन कम होगा एंड नीचे की तरफ ट्रेंड कर सकता है फॉर सम टाइम because oil prices are heading lower. And yeah, so this is a positive thing for the stock market. As for the metals also, this is a good thing because metals को भी rate cuts चाहिए होते हैं, and rate cuts can't happen in an environment जहाँ पे inflation ज़्यादा होता है. तो this is a good thing, a bullish thing for metals as well. And we'll talk a bit more in depth about gold and the other metals in a later part of this video. But for now, yeah, we are heading lower and we have broken this crucial level of support in oil because of the peace deal. So gold के अंदर I am actually looking for a short setup, and I'll tell you why. Of course, जो ये peace deal हुई है and oil prices नीचे आ रहे हैं, of course that is a bullish thing for the metals. But actually मेरी bias अभी भी metals पे bearish ही है, and the reason for that is the US economy is still holding up pretty well, and gold usually ऐसे environments में ऊपर जाता है जब the US economy is not doing so well, and उस अनसर्टेनिटी के अराउंड यूजुअली गोल्ड ऊपर जाता है. प्लस वी ऑल्सो स्टिल हैव इन्फ्लेशन दैट इज करंटली ट्रेंडिंग एट वेरी हाई लेवल्स, एंड आई थिंक उसको काउंटर करने के लिए वी विल प्रॉब्ली सी रेट हाइक्स इन द फ्यूचर फ्रॉम द फेड. सो माई बायस रिमेन्स bearish on the metals still because मेरे को economic side से उतना confirmation अभी नहीं है. Plus this peace deal जो अभी के लिए काफी confirmed लग रही है. I think there are always unexpected things that can happen. So of course I'm not counting on that. मेरा ये trade is on economic side of things, and because मैं economically metals के लिए bearish feel कर रहा हूँ, that is the only reason that I'm taking this trade. But I still feel that the peace deal that we have right now between US and Iran is still very unsure, and I think there are still things that can happen. So yeah, I do want to attempt this trade. Of course, gold के अंदर the broker that I'm trading on, मेरे को यहाँ पे $100 रिस्क करने पड़ेंगे टू कीप दिस स्टॉप लॉस इन प्लेस. सो आई एम अ बिट कंसर्न्ड अबाउट दैट बिकॉज आई डोंट यूजुअली रिस्क 1% ऑफ माई अकाउंट. आई यूजुअली रिस्क 0.5%. But I think this is a trade that if I had to risk 1%, I would probably risk in this trade because I'm pretty confident. Now, of course, being confident doesn't mean that I will always be right, or if this trade will uh, be a winner for me. But yeah, I am confident and I'm willing to enter this trade even if it costs me 1% of my account. So I'm still waiting. अभी तक मेरे को इसमें entry नहीं मिली है. It came very close to my entry, but I haven't been able to enter yet. My stop loss is 4,483 and my entry price is 4,373. So I'll update you guys अगर मेरे को इसमें entry मिलती है तो. But currently we are still here. And actually अगर हम daily time frame पे जाएं तो मैंने अपना stop loss इसमें थोड़ा wide इसलिए भी रखा है because I think it's possible that we test this 200-day moving average as well that you see on my screen right about here. So इसलिए मैंने एक और supply ऊपर रखा अपना stop loss यहाँ पे, so that even if we do come here, test this somehow and then go lower, so that will also work for my trade. So इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा और ऊपर रखा है. Let me just redraw this. So if we come up here, test the moving average like so, like somewhere around here, then we go lower. So that will also be fine because I would then still be in the trade. So that is what I'm counting on. And इसलिए मैंने अपना थोड़ा सा stop loss इसके अंदर wide रखा है. Now I know कि मेरे को थोड़ा सा of course इसलिए मेरे को ज़्यादा risk करना पड़ रहा है because I can't really reduce the lot size because वो already 0.01 पे है and I can't really go below that because that is the minimum lot size that I can use. And so that is why I'm having to risk 1% in this trade. And I do risk 1%. It's not like I don't ever do that, but it's something that I haven't done in this account so far. I think my first trade was probably a 1% risk trade, but then after that, I haven't done that. So, anyways, I'm still waiting on this entry, and let's see if I'm able to enter this trade. So let's talk about some losers now. So a couple of losers running in my account right now because my bias on the dollar was pretty bullish, but then we had this peace deal come through. So I'm currently sitting in a drawdown. So talking about euro slash US dollars. So of course इसके अंदर मैंने TP1 book कर लिया था, and currently I'm sitting in a loss of about $15 in this trade, which is of course not a lot. I would probably call that break even, but yeah, still I am in a bit of a loss. Then so I haven't been stopped out in this trade yet. My stop loss is still here, so it hasn't been tagged yet. So I'm still waiting and I'm giving this trade room to run. Then if I talk about let me just quickly remove this and move over to GBP USD. So इस trade के अंदर भी I'm pretty much break even. I think I'm losing about $8, 8 to $10 in this trade. And like I said, I booked I had taken profits over here. So in this trade I booked $41 and then Euro USD I booked $25. So net I'm still sitting in profits. But अगर ये पूरा against me जाता है and if it continues to go higher, then of course I think net both of these trades would either be break even or a slight loss. So we'll have to see how this plays out. ऑफ कोर्स अगर पीस डील मटीरियलाइज होती है एंड हमें डॉलर के लिए जो यूएस इकोनॉमी से थोड़ा वीक डेटा देखने को मिल रहा है तो मिलता है, So then, of course, this could be a losing trade for me, but I'm still pretty confident and I'm happy to hold the trade. Uh, because my bias on the dollar is still bullish even after the peace deal that we've had, because I still feel economic front pay, we've had some strong data from the US economy, and relative to other currencies the dollar looks pretty bullish, pretty strong. So that is my bias and I'm going to stick with that. As for the Nasdaq now, Nasdaq is having a very big update today because of the deal that we've had between US and Iran. And SpaceX ka IPO, I would say, was a success, but of course, I didn't take part in that because I mentioned in my video that I'm not really interested in participating in this IPO or any IPO for that matter, honestly. So, अभी के लिए I think Bulls have definitely taken charge. हमने यहाँ पे एक support find किया है and Bulls have clearly taken over. Now we're probably going to test this previous high, and from there either we take this level over, retest this, and continue to go higher, or we, I don't know if we some kind of fade this move. So for that, we'll have to see कि ये deal कैसे evolve होती है. I think the bigger question still is कि ये क्या हमें एक final deal मिल चुकी है, or will we see new things coming into picture? So that will be the question of the day, I think, कि क्या ये deal final हो चुकी है. uh, but yeah, so I think it will be interesting to see what happens next. And ये भी important होगा कि markets अब क्या next चीज ढूंढते हैं अगर ये deal actually final हो चुकी है तो, because we know that markets are always forward looking, and if this thing is done then they'll look for, the markets will definitely find the next thing. So yeah, we'll have to, I think we have to be open to understanding what this markets want, of what this market wants to do, and we have to be open to new ideas. So with that, I think let's end the video here. We've pretty much covered everything, and if you guys have any questions you can always ask them down below in the comment section. So yeah, I think मेरी बायस अभी के लिए अगर मैं एक कंक्लूड करूं, आपको एक समरी दूं, तो मेटल्स पे आई एम स्टिल बेरिश इवन आफ्टर द डील, डॉलर पे आई एम बुलिश इवन आफ्टर द डील एंड Nasdaq, honestly, I think my bias is a bit more neutral, even though we are currently sitting at all-time highs, pretty much all-time highs, but my bias is still neutral. So yeah, this was a summary, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was informational and you guys learned something. So with that, let's end the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.